Much, very interesting.
Great to be here.
The young and first-time voters, they may hold the trump card in this upcoming presidential election. What will get them into that voting booth?
The first thing I want to see our government stop bailing out Wall Street without looking out for everyday citizens who don't live in New York and work on Wall Street. That's the first thing I want to see when the new president takes office. The second thing is I want public education to be made a priority. Anytime taxpayers are paying dollars, everything that their tax dollars is paying for should be a priority, whether that's making sure that we don't have potholes in the road, also looking at our education system, looking at our public hospitals and our public transportation in cities across America. I want my tax dollars to be put to use in a very good way.
Well, I'm an education major, and education and No Child Left Behind is a big subject for this election. And they're not really talking about it as much as they should, but that's really going to affect me and my career once I get out of school.
I'm not entirely sure whether I'm liberal, conservative, Democratic, or Republican, or however you want to say it. I know the one thing that's keeping me from voting for John McCain is Sarah Palin. I think she's okay, but I don't think she could run our country if he's 73 years old right now. There's probably a slight chance that something could go wrong with his health within the near future, and I don't think she's qualified to run our country.
The money towards education, also, and like older folks, they've been through it all, so Social Security, retirement checks, things like that should benefit those who work for what they want. In education, because education is there's no world without education. So education and welfare and things like that.
Energy crisis, definitely. The problems we're having with gas and just making sure that we're conserving energy and finding new ways to be greener, I guess, because we're using our resources at such a fast rate. So that's one of my big concerns.
My biggest concerns are foreign policy, since I'm actually half Arab, so a lot of it actually affects my, I guess my life back home. So foreign policy, I care about civil rights here in the U.S. and economy, of course, as of now.
I think issue number one, the economy and the war in the Middle East and other social and civil issues. I hope that my vote will influence Barack Obama as being the president, which would instill a lot of great things for this nation compared to the past 8 years. Economy, number one. I'm about to graduate from college. That's a big issue to me. Social Security is even a big issue to me because our Generation Y is not going to get any. And even though they're taxing Social Security on people who are receiving it now, we're not going to reap the benefits. And this entire system, like, you can say that it's a fundamental system of economics that's the problem, but we need to actually just revamp everything. And I can't wait for our next president to do things that focus on the economy.
A lot of young voters or young people or people my age in the 18 to 36 demographic are ignorant of the issues, and they're not going to take the time to actually study these issues, pick up the pamphlets of literature, visit the websites, go to the Democratic Party or the Republican Party headquarters and take the time to research. So ignorance would be one part. The second part would be family values and morals. We tend to go off of what our parents think and what our parents have taught us, opposed to having our own views as young people. And a lot of young people don't break away from their traditional values that their parents have taught them and venture out and do their research and kind of find out what they like. A lot of us like things because our parents like them. And that's the only reason. We have no solid reason for liking the things or valuing certain things in America, except for what our parents taught us.
Over the last several weeks, we've been talking with Dr. Shaka Mustafa about issues revolving around black men. The question this week, would some black men benefit from counseling? But do black men need to go in for analysis and really talk? Do we need talk therapy?
Some of us, we need therapy. Some of us.